Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are getting very close, at this point, to having something happen in Radnitz that we all know exactly what's going to happen there.
Research concluded.
We're going to win. That's what's going to happen. We finished up our Disruptor, which was a reroll. We are looking for the 0-point reactor, which is right there. Fantastic. That's what we need more than anything right now. So let's get that underway. That looks amazing. Now, we're of course building our orbitals in Hadnock as well as in Tuban, and we have a bunch of robotic assembly complexes being built right now. We need to sell off a little bit of alloys. We're capped on that for the moment. Let's see, I believe it was Hadnock Prime where we're going to need to upgrade our robot assembly plant, and that's absolutely fine. There are no other locations where that will need to happen. There's an arc furnace over here. Oh, okay. So we can actually see what those do at this point. So, utilizing the raw power of a molten planet, the arc furnace unlocks otherwise inaccessible minerals and improves system-wide mining operations. So, improves uncovered deposits to size 3 minerals and 2 alloys, and doubles mining station output in the system. That's interesting, but presumably that has to be built over a molten planet. This is a molten world. Dragon's Horde. So that might not be a bad idea here. So we would build a mega structure here, and that would be an arc furnace equatorial band. Okay, so that's going to require a fair amount to do, but we'll get going on that as soon as we're done building our orbitals here in Hadnock. So that's absolutely fine, no problem whatsoever there. That is definitely very interesting to note, although, here's a question. They have their arc furnace built over Fuldaban. This improves the existing deposits, right? It doesn't overwrite them. Presumably. We'll find out. That's a pretty cool look, though. No doubt about that. So we're currently full on minor artifacts, and we should definitely do something about that. We are going to reverse engineer an arcane technology. Fantastic. And we're at -0 volatile motes right now. I do expect that to get fixed fairly soon, so I'm not too concerned about that one. Should be reasonably fine. So, how are we doing on our association status? Yes, we vote yes on everything. That sounds good. An orbital has been built in Hadnock 1. How are we doing on this archaeological dig? We're still at a 0% chance of breakthrough here, so it's gonna take a little bit yet. That's fine. How are we doing over here in J? We're doing much better, actually. So that is looking reasonably fine. Research agreement broken? Yeah, that's all completely okay. What is going on here? The Kresh Collective and the Free Brill Administration are moving through our space with their fleets. Why? The Kresh Minarian Territorial Invasion. So, they're attacking the Minarian Star Dynasty up here. Interesting that they go through our territory. Presumably this is because of the prevalence of the hyperspace relays through here. That means that they can get up faster by going this direction than by going this direction. Interesting. Well, I'm not going to stop them for now. This is fine. I'm not too concerned about it. They can do that. We're full on alloys again, and we're going to sell some of those out. We're full on energy credits now, and we should probably consider buying in some rare crystals. We are fairly low on those right now, and that's okay. We have an astral action available. There's no point in flash torching a hyper relay right now, unless we wanted to fill in all of these, which I kind of don't at this exact moment, so that's fine. Our Federation cohesion is falling. This is okay. We don't mind this. Completely and totally fine. So that is wonderful. Hadnock Prime just finished up here on its robot assembly complex. Now, we don't appear to be able to upgrade that, which is interesting. Oh, it's already a robotic assembly complex. Interesting. So it auto-upgraded? For this one, we didn't have to build the first level. Unless I was looking at the wrong place. Which is probably true, actually. Peace and prosperity.
Research concluded.
Rebellious 1 is now a unified world. Okay, that is highly unusual. So we're going to grab our sweet, sweet building slot. Ship build speed and upkeep would be pretty good. Yep, we're taking that one. Fantastic. So here on Kingdom Science, we've got a building slot, of course, and we are going to put in a research lab here. I'm also going to build 3 city districts eventually. We'll see if we want to do that immediately. We've got an Astral Rift event pending here. Beneath the surface lies a vast network of chambers connected by a complex series of tunnels. Several of these were partially collapsed and appeared not to be in use by the worms. We piloted the Rift Sphere into the quietest. The walls are covered in a web-like substance which keeps the shale and loose gravel in place. We speculate that these are secretions from the worms. Most of the chambers are empty, but some contain murky pools of water. Within one, we encountered a clutch of large mineralized cocoons half submerged in the liquid. We could harvest the eggs or proceed onward. I don't think we need to harvest the eggs. We'll just proceed. The fact that they use eggs is good enough. Okay, so we can grab a new tradition here, and this is going to be governing ethics attraction. Yeah, let's grab that. That'll be absolutely fine. We've also got our council agenda ready, and we are definitely going to go for unity next. If we can. So stability, pop happiness. Is unity still on cooldown? It is. So that is on cooldown for another 4 years. We'll go for synthetic yield then. Pop assembly. Sounds great. Now, there is a world, and I thought it was Hadnock Prime, where we were building a robotic assembly plant, but it ended up being the complex. Yeah, so we just can't build robotic assembly plants anymore, which is interesting. I'm not sure exactly why that is, but I guess we'll take it. That's reasonably fine. I'm not that concerned about it. I mean, if that's the case, wonderful. Ah, okay. Our archaeological site is pending here. So we are now on the last location of that. And there we go. Yeah, the car Leif Erikson was destroyed. That is expected. So, the rubricator is done. We are going to translate her animal noises. And yes, the rats went squeak, 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 then their bones went crunch, crunch, crunch. Yes, this is accurate. Give back the rubricator this instant. Okay. She is threatening to eat us. That's very normal. Very, very normal. So we, of course, need a new science ship to replace our existing one. Or rather, our no longer existing one. We'll hop over here. She's not going to last very long, to be honest. She lasted a little longer than I expected. But farewell. The demise of Shard the Dragon. We've now got the rubricator, and that is, of course, wonderful. So if we hop into our relics, which is no longer here, it's under discoveries, I believe. Yeah, so we can see that our active effect is going to be to create 500 minor artifacts. The passive effect is Archaeotech weapon damage and society research. That's actually pretty decent. So that's wonderful. We're going to take these guys and reinforce the fleet. And then we're also going to head back and get repairs at Seoul. Excellent. So no problem there. I'm not going to refit the fleet at this time. And where's our science ship at? It should be done very shortly. Okay, almost done. There we go. So we're going to put someone in here. Valentina Zhu is probably fine for that. There's not actually anything to survey up over this way, which is mildly remarkable. We'll go excavate in Ednit then and get this Zeroni core world done. That sounds good. So we're at minus 16 rare crystals right now per month, which is a lot. And I'm wondering where they're going. Consumed by buildings. 21.6. Okay, so that is going to be because of our robotic assembly complex. Yep, okay, gotcha. That is fine. We're going to work our way through that. The Polaris refinery, of course, we're going to need to put in a... Where are we? In here somewhere. Up at the top? Probably. Where is it? Do we not have the tech right now for rare crystal fabrication? We might actually be lacking the tech for rare crystal fabrication right now. Okay, I thought that we had it, but it must have popped up previously, and I decided not to get it at the time. Well, that's okay. We can always buy in rare crystals. We've got plenty of energy credits, so I'm not too concerned about that one. That seems okay. We would be able to do lateral artifacting, but I don't think we need to. This is all absolutely fine for now. We're getting our ships repaired and replenished. That's okay. Looks good. So rare crystals are definitely going to be a bit of a problem. Okay, and we're definitely doing things here. I want to take a look. Do we want to do anything else here? We're collecting insights on observation insights. That's okay. And dissection of the shard opportunity. Okay, yeah, this is the opportunity for what we're doing right now. This is fine. We can just encourage it. We don't need to make any changes there. No problem whatsoever. That was from defeating Shard up in Radnitz. So that is fine. Checking in on our habitat constructions. Yeah, these orbitals are pretty slow to build, and they're also fairly expensive to upkeep, but that's absolutely okay. So we extracted the Shard's Eye, and that could boost our sensors. Very carefully remove it. We wouldn't want to damage it. We're going to take some society research here, and the progress is going to go down. That's absolutely a-okay. So minus 26 is a lot of rare crystals. I'm not going to lie about that. That is quite a lot of rare crystals. We're going to want to finish up technology very quickly here, ideally, and get ourselves crystal fabrication. That will be very, very useful. No doubt about that. So we've got 2 months remaining on refit standards. That's okay. We're full on alloys, and let's sell those off for the moment. I'm going to buy in additional rare crystals here just to keep our energy credits from capping. They'll cap fairly soon if we don't do that.
Concluded.
And that'll stave off running out of rare crystals for a while. Okay, what do we have in here? I believe it's an engineering tech to be able to create rare crystals, so it's not going to be in here in the society tree, but that's fine. Max districts on non-artificial planets actually sounds pretty good. Let's grab that. And if a half envoy availability is probably not all that useful, but we've discovered a shallow lake deep within the tunnel system. The walls are writhing. Larvae as large as our rift sphere are busy gnawing at the petrified secretions that hold the chamber together. While much smaller in size, these are almost certainly juvenile versions of the worms we saw gliding on the surface. This must be a nursery of sorts. So we could try to capture a live specimen, or we could return at once, and we would gain the research option of vitality boosters. Let's try to capture a live specimen. What could possibly go wrong? I don't know how good vitality boosters are. They sound like they might be pretty good, but we'll do this for now. So we're going to need to gain a physics insight in about 40 days here. That's okay. We're full on minor artifacts again. No shockers. We can't actually reverse engineer more. Okay, we could celebrate diversity and gain a bunch of unity. Or we could just do peaceful applications, or we could do both. Let's do both. So we're going to gain some unity there. That's fine. That's about 7 months worth of unity gain. So that will help us on our mission to get that completed. Excellent. So we're up to 379 naval cap. We can't actually increase our command limit at all. What we really need to get a refit going at this point is to finish up the 0-point reactor. The galactic community has chosen a new council, and we're on it. So that's a thing. We probably don't care, though. The formation of the Galactic Council, indeed. So we're in charge of the galactic community at this point. Well, partially. We're on the council. So that is definitely interesting. We'll see if we want to do anything about that. But for now, habitat expansion is going to be done in 7 months, 3 months on alien topography, and 12 months on 0-point power. So we're doing pretty well there. We're going to sell more alloys, of course, and we're losing Federation XP. Do we care about this? Not exactly. Who's the current president? Current president is these guys. Okay. Yeah, I don't care. We can lose cohesion. This is fine. We don't actually care about the Federation at this point. We're only in it to make it look more difficult to attack us. Let's boost up our planetary capital here. Excellent. So that is looking good. Can we get any, like, crystal mines here? If we could, that would be amazing. No. Okay, that's fine. We probably want to put more fortresses in here anyway. So, alien topography has finished. What else are we interested in? Well, there is the ancient target scrambler. And I guess we could grab that. That would take 19 months to research. I'm kind of interested in rerolls, though. Which would mean hydroponics farms. We'll have that done in two months. That seems okay. This research station isn't really a research station. We need to figure out what we want this to be. So a habitation district would give us 3 clerk jobs. So each of these are 3 jobs, and these would give building slots as well. That's definitely noted. So what do we want this building to, or rather this world to be? Do we want this to be another refinery? If so, we could definitely put in astro mining bays here. That would get us a grand total of 1.5 building slots. But it would be a lot of mining jobs. That would definitely be a lot of mining jobs. So that would be very, very interesting indeed. We could do that, and then also from there pivot it over into being a refinery. So we could have it work towards boosting up our rare resources here. So that's definitely interesting. That would mean that we would want to put in, and for now make this a mining world, or well, mining habitat. We'd want to put in a mineral purification plant here, and we'd want to designate this as a mining station, and we'd want to build an astro mining bay. Maybe not in this order, maybe in this order. Something along the lines of that. So that seems reasonably fine. It's very interesting that you get building slots in habitats from districts, but you don't on worlds.
Unshielded life signs detected in deep space.
And that the districts are better on habitats than they are on
Another
worlds.
day, another scientific breakthrough.
So that's definitely very interesting. We do have this world where we need a job, and we need to put in a research complex here. Now that is going to eat up an exotic gas. That's understood. On this Forge world, we would like to actually put in a civilian industry here. We're at plus 90 consumer goods right now, so we might want to check in on, like, this industrial world is a little too high for that. 97 here. 105, 139. Okay. We should probably consider, well, just letting that go for the time being. That's okay. I was thinking about getting one of them shifted over to just alloy production so that we are not running this big surplus of consumer goods. But to be honest, we have a big surplus of alloys too. So I don't think it really matters all that much. On this Forge world, we'll build an industrial district. That sounds good. Excellent. And we did, of course, finish up hydroponics farms. So what are we looking for here? Well, I'm looking for the building that boosts our fortresses. There is one of those, or at least used to be, and I haven't noticed it pop up yet. We'll keep an eye out for it. Galactic bureaucracy could be interesting. That would give us additional edict fund, which is probably okay. So we'll get going on that. And that seems absolutely fine for right now. The dissection of the shard. Okay, so we're going to gain a bunch of unity there and a bunch of pop output. So that looks good. We're getting close to another harmony point. And we did just complete another orbital here. So we've got a number more orbitals to go. This is going to continue to be boosted. So that's fine. We are definitely needing additional alloy sales, and we'll get that going. Habitat Central Control and Habitat Max Districts coming up. I like it. So what do we actually need for the Habitat Central Control? Is that population gated? Yes, it's population gated just like on planets. So that's absolutely fine. Synthetic crystal plants. We need this. We absolutely need that. So it's very good that that popped up. No doubt about it. Synthetic crystal plants will be necessary. We're very negative on our rare crystals right now, and that's going to keep going negative. So we need the ability to do something about that. These guys just insulted us. Seems ambitious. They're pathetic, inferior, and inferior. So good luck with that. We've got 19 Brill and 7 Pliff-Plaff and a Shantari in our population. We should probably set rights here to assimilation. There you go. We've got some Pliff-Plaff here. We'll set rights to assimilation. You gotta leave your body at the door. This is how this works. There's a Shantari here as well that we're going to set over to assimilation. Okay, cool. They'll be assimilated quite quickly. They gotta get their robot body. This is how it works.
Unshielded life signs detected in deep space.
Plus 10 energy credit upkeep. Okay. Whatever. So, how are things going over at Ednit? Well, we've got a 100% breakthrough chance. So, yeah, we'll probe the crystal. Excellent. That is a fair amount of research we get out of that, which is very, very good. It's interesting that you can no longer assist research, for sure. I'm thinking, in terms of what we want these worlds to be, that's an interesting question, for sure. Our research is definitely... Ooh, hello. Manarians. Interesting. So Manarians have arrived, and they're currently on full citizenship. They, of course, need to be changed over to assimilation. Fantastic. You gotta leave your body at the door. That's how this works. So orbital rings are something we could unlock. And citadels, flak artillery, but kinetic batteries. This is what we want. Beautiful. 0-point reactors finishing up in a month. That's going to allow us to do a significant amount of fleet upgrade.
Receiving transmission.
The question... The Manarian Star Dynasty is requesting that they become our subject. Integration prohibited. This is not very good for us in terms of how this goes. We can decline this and maybe look to offer them subjugation with integration permitted. Okay, we don't actually have enough influence to do this. Noted. I want to do it, but only with the integration permitted. And we would probably end up providing them a subsidy of some sort. So, how many reasons do they have to not do this? Yeah, this would only be 150 influence. This would be 425. So that's fine. We'll come back to that once our influence is a little bit higher. ZPMs have finished up. Sounds good. We could grab gamma lasers. We're not actually using lasers at all. We could go for ion disruptors. Again, we're not using disruptors. So I'm thinking we grab this advanced shield hardening. This is a very expensive technology, but let's get going on that. We should probably boost up our physics research to make that go a little faster. And we should also consider doing an astral boost here. There we go. So that looks good. We do need to build up some more influence for sure. So we're working on that. Now, as far as our ship upgrades go, every single one of these can probably get a fair amount of upgrade at this point. Yes. That looks good. We don't have any frigates. The destroyers are probably fine. Cruisers and the battleship, these are probably fine as well. Yeah. Let's get started on these upgrades. We're going to have to do more upgrades eventually, but the two-band habitat complex is now complete, and we're going to colonize that from here. So we need to build a colony ship, and it will be post-Carpetanian. Excellent. So that'll be absolutely fine. We are not currently building orbitals. Okay. So we built it over this molten world, and we're going to come over here, and we're going to build a... So this is mining station output. Does that affect orbitals, is the question. I'm guessing because it's such a big boon that the answer is no. That's what I'm guessing. I don't know that for an absolute fact, but that is the current theory. So we're going to build a major orbital here, we're going to come over here, and we're going to build a minor orbital. We're going to come up here, and we're going to build a major orbital. A major orbital here, a minor orbital here, and then we would need a major orbital here, a minor orbital here, and then a major orbital here. It's so cheap to build these, but it takes a really long time. That's okay. We are absolutely fine with that for right now.
Detected in deep space.
Okay, so these guys subjugated them instead. That's fine. I'm not actually concerned about that. They're technically affiliated with our Federation now, but... Oh, pirates in the Procyon system.
Damage. Research concluded.
That's interesting. So, how close are we to having these upgraded? Well, the second fleet hasn't started yet. Let's have them head over to Procyon, and then after they go there, they're going to come back and get these upgrades done. That's fine. Galactic bureaucracy has finished. So this is the military academy here. So that gives us a naval cap +5. This is Empire limit of 1. It gives a politician job as well. So this has been changed somewhat, I believe. This used to buff fortresses. We'll still grab it. It's still a good thing to put onto our fortress world, I feel like. We still want to have that 5% naval cap. So that'll be okay. We do need to grab a new tradition here. Planetary ascension cost and stability is probably better than these, although the Edict Fund will get us going faster. So there is that. I'm going to grab the Utopian Dream, though, for now. That'll be A-okay. Cool. So everything is going reasonably well here. We're going to obliterate these pirates. Yeah, this is going very poorly for them. And we're going to, of course, return back to Alpha Centauri and get our upgrades done. So we're about 40% done upgrading the first fleet. We are negative in our energy credits right now. Okay, now we're back positive. This was because our trade was disrupted. Gotcha. That's fine. So on this world, I'm going to upgrade our astral funnel. On this mining world, I definitely do want to put in an additional mining district now that we can do that. We also have this open building slot, and there is already a crystal mine here. I would love to put another one in, but we are at a limit of 1. We could do a gas extraction well. And that's indeed exactly what we're going to do. So that'll be fine there for the moment. We've got this tech world here. We want to upgrade our astral funnel. That'll be okay. We've got this tech world. Upgrading our astral nexus will be fine. So now I want to put in a research lab here eventually as well. That'll be absolutely okay. And now it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue to work on upgrading our ships and continuing to grow our military power, which is getting kind of absurd. We'll get there. We also desperately need to do something about our rare crystals. That problem is just going to get worse. That'll happen eventually. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kintogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.